Hello everyone, welcome to the AI Artist TV. And for today, for the second video, I'm planning to cover one of the most basic, not basic in the sense of the content, but one of the most basic tags that people have been using a lot. And most of the times I see them using in a wrong way, or not the wrong way, but in a way that's not giving the any results, or it's not giving maybe the result they thinking they are doing, because they pretty much sometimes overlap tags that will only do something if they work together with one of the other tag, or they are really overlapping each other. It was just one of them is giving results, and they are very common. And those tags are those that you probably have seen many times around, many times using. By the way, you probably have used yourself. Are those tags about HD, Ultra HD, UHD, Full HD, 8K, 4K, HDR? What are those tags? First thing, those tags are very well known because most of TVs, most of videos need to use those tags to tell different information. So I will do like this. As same as I was doing the first video, I will get that very same seed, very same data that I'm using with stylizing zero, so we don't get any style from MJ from MidJourney interrupt complicating us, and we're gonna go. So let me put here that this what is this one that we're gonna be doing? Is this one here? Okay, no. Let us. I did a new channel here, online course, which is we can use here. So that's the initial tag. Oh, hold on, let me cancel here. I forgot to put the spec radio and. Oh no, it was there the spec radio. Oh no, it's all correct. By the way, I didn't need to delete. Stylize aspect ratio. Put it up for woman. Stylize zero aspect ratio, and that's the seed. By the way, I will put that seed here in my comment on my on the comments about this video, because you can get the seed as well and play with and compare results with mine. Because if you get this seed with what I'm saying here with the stylized at zero, you're gonna get the very same image that I'm getting here. So that's for sure. Okay, so let's go back to what I was trying to say. So I'm gonna be using this very same seed again here, and I will show you guys and explain you guys what each of those tags that I was just referring now as those basic quality related tags. Those tags are related with quality. That's the important thing to start saying. What we're gonna be working here, it's not illumination, which is more for rendering. And rendering you're probably not gonna be using for portrait, as I'm calling here. You're gonna be used for models and environments. So that mostly what we're gonna be using here today is for portraits or for or photo or pictures, and those are related with quality. Okay, so they are not related with they are not related with exactly with lights, types of lights. They are not related exactly with other elements that will create any kind of effect. So they will give effect, by the way, but related with quality. So I call those tags that we're going to be working here, probably 9 tags. They are related with quality. Okay, so that's the main image that we're going to be working again today. You have seen from the past video, and we're going to start work on this one now here, testing and showing you guys the results we have with each of the tags and combining tags. So the first one that I'm gonna be using here is the HD, and I will explain oh, why HD and because HD we're gonna have different variations for HD. We have HD, we have Ultra HD, we have Full HD, we have Quad HD. We have 4 types of HD, not only the HD. And let's check the different results we have to them. So I will put here a portrait of a woman now with HD. Okay, we're gonna have one here now with Ultra HD. Okay, we're gonna put now one here with Full HD, and I will put here now one with Quad HD, so you guys be able to see. Um, I think for my for tests that I did before, that the HD and the Full HD, they are going to be very similar on terms of quality. Ultra HD, I believe, is giving a better result on MidJourney, and Quad HD is it's pretty much doing worse than all of them. What should be even better. So okay, so that's what I'm saying here. So when we talk about those tags here, we are not classifying exactly how those tags make in the real world. So which one is the best for a TV? We're talking here exactly what results we are getting on MidJourney. So you probably maybe if you're going to buy a TV, you're probably going for a quality deal nowadays. Probably is better and or a full HD and Ultra HD. All those things has different ways of it. So we are seeing that here in other results. And by the way, since I use when I start use different tags, you're gonna see some pictures gonna be changing in the picture. I explained that already why it happens on the other video. So what we always try to do is get exactly one that is not that at least repeating to compare. Okay, so and as I said again, the easiest way for me to do that with you guys is pretty much using the Photoshop here. Let me open my Photoshop. Let's put here though. That's our base, and we can put in then on top of our base for us to see the difference. So I'll call here the one the base again. So let's go back here to the score. Okay, and let's see what happens when I use the first one here. That is the HD. And yes, HD gave us a better result. So what HD pretty much is doing here is giving us much more quality over the skin, over the light, over the shadows in the picture. So you can see here if I take it on and off, especially with this lady here. So you see how the reflections are working on that. So how they become even more real. So this is very you see that's very painted. So when I put HD, it become high definition. It's become way better the definition of the picture, especially on those two here. You can clearly see that. Since this one here, the top changed the position of the head, it's hard to see, and the other one here pretty much almost changed the totally position of the model. So, but you see here, this especially this lady here, it's almost like a way closer to the reality. If I show here how it was before, it's pretty much painted, and now should become way more close to real. So that was the HD. So now let's see now the results. So it's already better than not putting the thing. So let's now see the results. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's not better. If you want to do something very painty, very artistic, maybe you should not use high definition. So let's see now the result here that we have when we add the Ultra HD. Okay, when we go to the Ultra HD, I believe we have an even better result. For the case of portraits, if you compare here now, let's put here this picture of this lady in the full screen as well. You see now they have much more texture elements all over this. So let me take out from here for you to see. So HD, you have more dynamic range here on some of the marks. Maybe on this one here, you're gonna see even better. So see, you don't have much expressions. The texture is still little blank. Even, of course, it's already better than the base one. But if you see here, when we go for Ultra HD, we get an even better result on the expressions, on the textures, on the limitation of the skin. So I would say that if you want to get more details, Ultra HD is already better than the HD. So let's continue here on the other text. So in the top here, they pretty much change a lot the two models, so it's hard to say. But even though our models that you see that have more that they have a good level of bright and good level of details on the mouth, on the lips. So that's we are talking about now the Ultra HD. So, uh, as I said, I believe the Full HD gonna be very similar to the HD. So, but let's see if I'm correct on this. So now I'm gonna get here the Full HD. Copy image. Let's drop the Full HD here. So if we compare again here the Full HD with HD, it's very similar. It's very similar the result. If you see here, this lady here is probably even better to see. Maybe the Fuji is giving a little more color, but I think for many other tests that I did, the difference is not that much. So it's not that uh, uh, well, the models in the top change a lot. So, but you see here, even this grow is very the same results we had. It's pretty much almost the same, as I said, just maybe a little bit difference on the ruborization on the colors, but it's not that expressive as using Ultra HD as we are using here. The difference between Ultra HD and HD is way more dramatic for the reality. That's what we are going for. So far here is I'm testing selecting to perfection. I would be now using Ultra HD instead of HD. Okay. And the last one we have, which pretty much I didn't see getting good results. I think the technology not is yet implemented much on MidJourney is the Quad HD. It's pretty new, and the Quad HD I have to pretty much consider this one here, and I don't see that if you go for the base one, I don't see that much difference on the. And by the way, given with some imperfections here on the face of this one here, added instead of adding, I would say some freckles here, it even gave some veins. See, it's giving a lot of imperfection, so I don't think Quad HD is still working, at least for portraits. Maybe Quad HD might work amazing for other things, but from all my tests with Quad HD is not yet giving a good result. As I said, you can always test all those figure different things. So one thing I can say for sure, if you use HD, Ultra HD, Full HD, quality in the same word, or if you two of them in the same word, you only get a result of one of them. They are not being summing together, although it can see that they will change the picture because especially if you use MidJourney without stylize, you're gonna see they change the pictures, but you only get a result of them. So for the sake of the computer, the AI understand what kind of quality you're going for. I personally would say that getting the on the Ultra HD now is the best result than HD. I hope that helps you. Make your test, get your pictures, get your image, put HD, put Ultra HD, Full HD. But I will recreate a spreadsheet with all this variation as well. I will put the link on the description here so you can see the difference between them. So okay, so now let's move to another one. So we are talking about here definition. So now let's move for pixel size. Okay, which is very close to definition as well, but it's a little different because that will change how we react a little bit to reflection and light. And it's the 8K, 4K, or 16K. What results we are having with this? So let's do this. Let's get same image again here. Let's get our base one here, right? The portrait of a woman, with this seed here, and let's put in the, the, the three possible things to use here, which they are the 4K, I, okay, which are the 8K and the 16K. I will not even put the 32K. 32K makes no sense. It is not even 8K is starting to appear in the world now. 16K is already overdoing of what we have here, and you're gonna see the results is something also that is not happening much difference. And we're gonna have good comparisons 4K or 8K, which one you use to, and 2K as well is something that makes no difference. So you can do your own test, but for me it's the three results that are important for us to test right now, which one we should be using for pixel size, for pixel behaviors, is pretty much on how the AI will understand what kind of pixelization we want, and this is our the 4K, 8K, and 16K. So you're getting here the same result. Again, I'm using stylize 0. So it is pretty much giving to that seed only the effect that they know how to do, what to do when we ask them to put for KK. And by the way, since I'm gonna be putting as well the seed here, the tag here, the seed number, as you can see in the screen as well, you can replicate that and you can replicate those tags and you're gonna see exactly the results we are giving here. If you get any results that you disagree, please make a comment, let me know so we can learn together what we're doing here. So pretty much what I'm showing you guys here today is what I've been testing, what I've been using, what I've been discovering about those things. And again, guys, this is about those technical tags of art. We are not yet talking about the description of the subject or the theme, anything like that, because that's AI. That will change everything, and I don't think it's possible to classify because what I'm saying is this: if I get here now and put portrait of a woman smiling, you're gonna get a different results because the subject doesn't matter if I put stylize 0, they're gonna get different results every time I run. So this is something to consider. So because it's the AI will interpret, okay, this lady here is smiling. when I put it, when you put, they're gonna interpret again. If it's minus 8, they might do different. So there's a little bit of randomization on that. So, but those tags here don't have any randomization. Those are technical tags. You're gonna might give the same results. So here, let's compare first then the 4K that we have here. Let me copy here. Let's go back here to our with our base. Let's put here the 4K. And you see now the difference, how much difference we have already in the general tonality and the texturization of the picture. So now the tones, how the colors go changing and how everything go changing, it's way different than what I was doing before. So if I make this here, you're gonna see that the skin and the light, how the light reflects the skin have a big difference now, a big difference now. And you can even see that because of this, when I put, I'm just using 4K. We have here, have especially in the face of the state, you can see here they have already, you can notice a little bit of the volumetric difference on the face. And this is will come because we are talking about, she already have the volumetric here as well, but here now we have a reflection of the light. We have a way more quality on how the light is behaving at the scene, and that comes pretty much because of we are working with different pixel size right now. So at least it's considering different areas render, to do the rendering in the back. So let's go let's go now see what happens. Oh, here they put two different models, but you can see the same thing. A lot of very good lighting on their face, and that's happening here in comparison with the blank that we had here on those paintings. So okay, so now let's see. Now let's check what's happening with 8K. Let's go back here. This was a 4K, right? That I got, yes. So now let's get here the 8K. Okay. So let's go step by step. Let's keep our focus on those two here. So if I go here, so okay, that was the blank, right? That we had. Even put it even more here. So I got then the 4K. You see the face, but you see it's not so. It is very good now, the volumetric, and now we go for the 8K. 8K, as I see, it works better because not only work with the tonality, it's very good, but it also work better with the skin details. It gives more skin details. It's giving more texture. Since they're considering smaller size of pixel, they give it even more details than when I go here with the 4K. It gives as well, but as I see, we are getting way more details in the 8K. So for me, the 8K is really what should go. So by the way, in the end, we're gonna test this. We're gonna put the Ultra HD. We have the better with 8K, and we're gonna be checking how everything's gonna be summing and to be something even better. So let's see now that 16K that I put here as well, right? We have also the 16K here, and let's see what happens. Oops, copy image. Let's put here the 16K. As I said, the 16K for me, it pretty much didn't work on many of the pictures that I was working on, and didn't give me a very good result. So as you see here, it's really almost. Let me get to show the base. It's almost just change a little bit the base. It's being very it looks very artificial for me right now, the 16K. So I don't know why the 16K is working. Maybe it worked for some compositions, because if you see, notice here in this lady, it made her wrinkles become way more wrinkles on 16K. So I maybe the 16K is giving that level skin of details better. So if you're doing someone with wrinkles, maybe you should use 16K. Although for any kind of models I'm working on, that which I'm not doing an old person, I probably not use 16K. But 16K is a very good as well for clear for wrinkles. It's giving something very good as well. So, but if I had to choose one here for what we are doing, I probably still going with the 8K. For me, 8K is giving the best general results on the faces, and I believe that's the way to go together with the Ultra HD that we I saw best result for. So if I'm working in an image right now of a portrait, okay, of a portrait, that's important to say. Of a portrait, and by the way, this is a very important thing to consider. If I was to work for a 3D model with a maybe even with a fashion portrait, which is already a different material. So I'm working with a portrait of a woman, so a portrait, I may have better best results with this. Okay, so now let's go to those are maybe the two basic ones. So those two ones, those two they have another thing which is very important to work with them, which is some dynamic range that we can work on then. I have seen some people using dynamic range, dynamic tonalities, and let me explain with this. So this is the first tag I'm gonna explain is the most basic one is the high dynamic range is HDR. So what HDR makes it's totally different than high definition. Now HD is high definition. We now talk about the high dynamic range and let's see what's gonna happen here when I use this tag HDR. So same thing. Imagine let's put the initial tag here, right? Portrait of a woman uh, with this. And you're gonna notice now that when I put HDR, it will probably, and I think it will probably give a very different way of working light and the range of light and the tonalities of the picture. Will be very big difference probably. And we're gonna analyze what is happening because normally we have to use this together with HD or HDR. I'm sorry, which HD or Ultra HD. It's very hard to use HDR without using this, but we're gonna give some effect. Um, since we have just to the sake of time, let's now use as well here another one that's called DTM, which is the dynamic tonality mapping. And this will be interesting as well for us to be testing. And let me add another one here, which is HDRI, which is a variation of the HDR imaging that also will be interesting. So we now have the HDR, and you already see that's very strong dynamic tonalities happening with the picture. We're gonna put there to compare as well for you guys to understand what the HDR does. It will pretty much rethink all the lights. So let's get here, copy image. So HDR, let's play with HDR first. So let's put here, that's the base one. Let's put it HDR. So what's happening right now? As you see, the high dynamic range, it's pretty much change and increases all the tonalities of the picture. So this is very good. If you work with portrait, for example, and you have a good light and you have an interesting environment, putting a high dynamic range is pretty much consider, for example, if they have a blue light on one side and a white light on one side, those terms, those kind of things will play a big role now in the picture because you see all the lights that was probably around that image, they are really much considered. So see, if that light size of the face is darker, it's gonna be darker with less color. So here with more light will be very clear the light appearing where it's shocking the skin. So pretty much here, if you're looking for the sun, it will be a very yellow light on her face. This is the HDR. That tag is a very strong tag. Most of pictures that really impressed me when I was seeing some results of people they're using the high dynamic range. So HDR is something that I consider to try with, test with without your art creation. It's probably gonna give you a very different and a very good result. Okay, so that's how I can talk about high dynamic range. The for journey is that's what it does. So let's go now for the tonality mapping, and that is our tag called DTM. Let's get here the DTM. Let me copy. And DTM by itself, it seems that doesn't making much, but if you see as well, it's pretty much trying to work with the colors that already exist and make that color tonalities progress or change even better. It mapping way better how the tonality should change. So for example, the face of this lady here is a very good example. It shows much more differences and you can see much more now the size. It's almost like volumetric lighting that we lighting that we're going to be mad a lot on another thing we are talking about. This will play a big role together with lighting. But DTM is another very good tag to use to control better how the tonality changes. Because as if you see before here when I was using HDR, although he makes a very good control of that, but he pretty much shifts very fast the tonalities. So with a tonality mapping, you're gonna see that they have much better control over how the color changes along the picture. And DTM is something that is great to use as well. So this is DTM. So it's pretty much the dynamic tone mapping. So we're gonna increase the quality of the colors and how they react to lights and reflections, this in a much better in a much better way. Okay, now we have another one, which the high dynamic range imaging. This one as well, same as 16 or the quad there, is not yet for me working very well with the MidJourney, but I will show the results we are having also with HDRI, which is this one here. As you see as well, for me personally, it doesn't give me any gain effect compared with the HDR. If you compare the HDR imaging with the HDR, which pretty much will be this one here, right? I think the HDR is working better now for giving me those results, although it's less aggressive. I think this one here is pretty much the top one of the other ones. Let's see here. Look at this one here with this one here. Yeah, no, it's almost the same. So I think it's more expressions. They're giving more more dynamic range of colors. Although maybe you can try both. They are both giving results. They are both being processed by MidJourney in a different way. But I think that the result with HDR better right now than HDRI, which is the high dynamic image. The technique of HDRI, the difference is that they use different levels of HDR and put all them together to create a less impactful difference. Maybe if you use them without the DTM, maybe it would be better use HDRI. This we can test in the future. But right now, I'm rather going with the HDR, giving way more expressions and way more results for me than so. If I was going to tell now what I think it's been a good result and a good point for starting work. Let's play here on the idea. So let's go here now and and let's use the HDR, the DTM, the Full HD, and 8K together. All those that we saw that was good ones. Let's put them together now. So I will make now same thing. Imagine, right? The portrait of a woman. Let's get the copy here at the top. Let's copy here again the portrait of a woman. Okay. We're gonna keep the stylize 0, so we are under control of what's happening here. So I'm gonna put here all of them. I will put the HDR, right? The one we saw that works in. I'm gonna put the tonality, DTM, HDR, DTM. For me, the best result as well, as we could see, was the Full HD, and then we're gonna see this with 8K. 8K, stylize 0, 2.3. I will do two things. I will do one stylize 0 and I will do one without stylize. So you see how much now the MidJourney help us on the quality as well. So I do one with stylize 0 for you see exactly the result we are having. And I will do one without the stylize 0. So you see what kind of portraits we are getting if you use that straight with the help and I will put as well one stylize 1,000. The maximum help from the maximum help from MidJourney. So you on version 4. So we see that. So just to get the different kind of results for using those four tags that works very well with portrait. So let me add some stuff here. Um, if we are talking about 3D models or 3D images, we're not going to be using probably those. Those probably don't make that much difference, or if none. You should be using renders and 3D engine. and engines that work with better. So I will be speaking about renders and other things like that on another series for sure. I think it's very good to do it. But right now here we are don't only talk about the thing. So here we have now the result that we have control of, right? Using HDTR, Full HD, oops, here. Uh, oops, here, HDTR, oh, no, hold on, let's wait till it finish. Okay, finish here. So let's get the stylize 0 here. So that's the result that we are having now without any help from the thing. So let's copy this image and I can show you here. So this is the results we have right now. We are using those four tags and you see that I pretty much think that the result is pretty impressive. I like a lot the result of this lady here, for example. And this is totally under our control. This is using only the tags that we add there. So we are using now the four main tags to give quality to a portrait. So if you like those results, I can tell this is not MidJourney doing anything. It's everything we're doing here. So as you see, they got us very good pictures with using that, and I can play with that. I can if I remove the seed, I will have another ladies have the same picture. Even though, let's see what MidJourney give us when we use those four tags for quality, help letting even he stylize a little bit for us. So let's see here. So I use here without the stylize. So he gave it as the results. So it's also pretty much very good results. Oh my God, I like this. The level of things they are doing. They are only use the four tags that we gave for quality. Maybe they're adding a little more now to give other. I see now they are putting the side lights. They are putting the ring light. There's some things out there. Pretty much putting some lights for us because that's the kind of tag we are missing. And let's see here when I put stylize 1,000, then we're gonna put way more tags for us and just we're gonna wrap up this oh no this one yeah, it's pretty much the stylize 1,000, yeah, it's pretty much the same one, and this is with stylize 1,000. So he pretty much now works shadows as well. He put expression, he put something else. So this is what we have now, and I hope it helps. You guys can test, you guys can play with HD, HDR, Full HD, Quad HD, and the best results I'm having right now with MidJourney on those quality tags is pretty much work well with those four. So let's just recap here to wrap up. So I'm using for portraits and maybe for other things as well. If you want to get the best result right now with version 4 of MidJourney, I really suggest you go HDR, DTM, Full HD, 8K. We are working four different dynamics of image quality, okay? And for portraits, they are UMAs. Just to finish this, let me show you something. As I said, that's the theme we are using is portrait. If I get this very same seed here, and I change the kind, which will probably going to be working very well as well. I never done that, but probably will change. There's a difference between using portrait than using fashion portrait. When I use fashion portrait here, MidJourney will give me models doing models pose. So I would say instead of using portrait of a beautiful woman, you can use fashion portrait. It's almost same thing of portrait of a beautiful woman. So fashion portrait, we use those same tags as well. Oh, I want to put stylize 0. Hold on. Let's keep the stylize. Let's put both stylize 0 here. Okay, they're gonna give us the only using our thing. So just just show how to use the fashion portrait, which would be a variation as well to get different kind of ladies there. Maybe he's using fashion portraits on one of those here because some of those girls here seems to be a model. They're not like the normal ones we are working with. So guys, I'm wrapping up here. I hope this helped you something. I hope you help you understand a little bit more those basic tags for dynamic range, for high quality and high definition. And I hope it's something for you guys play with. I really suggest the use of those. As I said, they will not overlap with one each other. If you put 8K and 16K, will not make much sense. They will be using just one of them. And you can see here now with the models in play. So here now they're using fashion models to show. As I said, this one seems to be a model, fashion model to show this result. And this is with stylize without stylize. So using shadows and lights that things we are not using yet. And here pretty much they're gonna give us a result without only using what we have. So He's not using yet any texture here. So probably with the fashion portrait, I have to be using some more elements here to give texture, probably some renderings. So anyway, guys, wrapping up today, and I hope you guys learn a little bit more. See you guys next video. Thank you again. I hope you guys subscribe. I hope you guys like what I'm doing here. I hope you guys join the Discord channel, which I still by myself here. And I'm really looking forward to share more experience and share more what we are doing here. Bye bye, and thank you.